everybody, it's Alyce-Kay Ruckelshaus from Threshold of Hineni and the Widow Ruckelshaus, and I'm here to show you a journal that I just finished creating. And just that you know, they are doing road work outside right in front of my house, and they've been doing that all morning. So I decided to go ahead and try to see if I can be heard over it. I'm also trying a different camera setup, so let me know if this is like too close, too far, or whatever, but I thought maybe you could see it better if it's a little closer. So I have a bunch of journals that I had started last year, and then I was getting orders and stuff, and well, and Bill died, and I wasn't able to finish them. So I've got a bunch that, like this one was almost finished. I only had to put in a few more hours on it to finish it up. So I'm hoping to get more journals into my shop, and then I have some orders that I need to work on that I'll kind of intersperse with that as well. So this one is it's kind of a brown themed journal. It has a fabric cover that is beige and white. It has a pocket right here that goes all the way across the front, and then it has a small pocket in the back. So you can put tags, you could put pencils and pens, I guess, in there. Whatever, you can put whatever you want in there. Otherwise, I didn't really decorate it that much. I did zigzag along the edges, and I frayed it. There's a couple layers of fraying here, so it's like really nicely frayed and really pretty. And then, so just looking at the outside, it's got the bead dangles that come from the center fold. It is bound, hand bound with twine, which is really strong. I've started using this for most of my journals because I've done several for myself with the twine, and it holds really, really well. The only thing that holds as well as this is my leather thong, and let me see if I can, I think I've got it right here. Oh, look, come on, I'm gonna destroy my whole desk trying to get this out. Okay, here we go. Oh, and I don't know why this was in there. Okay, so this is the leather thong. I use this sometimes, but I don't like, it doesn't, you know, like for the dangles and stuff, it's not as drapey as the twine is, and I like the dangles to really be able to drape. So I've gotten to where I really like the twine, and it's got, you know, more of a natural look to it and everything. Okay, so it's got all of this burgundy stuff is sari silk, which I'm going to be carrying in my shop soon, I hope, when I get around to doing the listings. I love making things. I hate doing the listings. So yeah, so there's sari silk, and I have a whole bunch of different colors. So if you would like some sari silk, whether you have a particular color in mind or not, go ahead and contact me. That might help motivate me. Well, it will help motivate me. If you want some, I'll do it right away. Okay, so that's the top. It's got all this stuff hanging out of it. The side, it's closed with this really wide grosgrain ribbon, which is sewn into, it's sewn in between the layers of the front and back cover. Okay, so it's really, it's in there very sturdily. It's like sewn 2 or 3 times in there. I got this ribbon actually from a blanket that I ordered from Walmart, because I needed another blanket for my bed. I want to take my electric blanket off because it's getting too warm for that, and the cords are a little, you know, uncomfortable if you're not using it as an electric blanket. So I got a blanket, and it was tied with this ribbon, and I thought, oh, that's perfect for this journal that I was working on. So there's that, and then of course there's more sari silk and ribbon sticking out of here, and some cloth, some fabric ribbon here also. And then there are 5 little dangles. There is an angel. I'm hoping that you can see these because of the way that I have my camera set up. An angel, there's a feather, there's a teddy bear, a real pretty little heart, and a tree of life. Now these are all on little bulb safety pins. So this works just like a safety pin. It comes off really easily. You can move these around within the journal, or you can take them off and put them someplace else if you want. So if you don't particularly like one of them, if you don't like one of these when you order it, let me know that you don't like that one, and I'll replace it with something else. But if you get it and you don't like it, you know, or you want to move it to a different page, it's really easy to do because they're like safety pins. Okay, so let's go ahead and we'll open it up. So this is kind of a brown and white theme, and then it's got like little bits of burgundy throughout too. So in the front, you've got a belly band that goes across like this, and you can put in just, you know, like I would put in here things that I want to add, but I'm not ready to add to them yet. And maybe even like a little card. If you're giving it to somebody else, you could put in a card from yourself in there. So this is burlap with lace on it. There's this old map here. I mean, it's just printed out, you know, but I got it from Pixabay, I think. And then of course there's lots of lace on the edges, and then some of the edges also have, you know, I've done the, where is one? I've done the fancy cutting, the punches. This isn't that one, but that's that type of thing that I've done in here. This is a tree from my friend Misty that she cut out with her die cut, which is just really cool. And you know, it's like really hard when people give you stuff like this. I want to use it for myself, but there's so many things that I'm given that I finally have decided I need to share them and kind of spread the love. So on this is all leaves, this paper, it looks like leaves. And so then there's this tree on it, and I think it's just really pretty. Lots of, I left a lot of space for just writing in this journal. There are a lot of pockets and everything still, but I did want to leave more writing space. Now this one, I just had this piece of paper that was sent to me by Chelsea, and she sent me envelopes after my husband died. A number of people, but especially Chelsea, she used to do this like maybe every couple weeks, sent me envelopes with little scraps and stuff like that, which only a junk journaler would appreciate. It probably sounded really dumb to anybody else that I told about it, but to junk journal, these are like gold. You know, it's like I really felt the warmth and support of my junk journal community with all the little things that people sent me, little scraps of lace and stuff, and those were just so meaningful. So this was one of the ones that she sent me, and she sent me stuff multiple times. I sent some stuff to her at one point too. And it can just hold some things. It could hold more than just this card. There's plenty of space. But this little card is on an embossed piece. It looks like a wood grain that Misty had done and sent to me. And then I've got this paper from, I think this is from Pixel Scrapper, that I put on there, and then ribbon. And then a belly band, which obviously there's lots of room in here that you could put more stuff. You can put a little bit more in this little band also, but this one, the belly band with paper, with lace on the sides of it, you can fit in a lot of stuff. So I've got a postcard in here with leaves on it from Melody's digital kit. I think it's the Floriculture digital kit, and I had made it into a stamp, and I printed it in all different sizes, and so I had one left over, a couple left over, I think, and I just felt like they were perfect for this particular journal. So if you're not familiar with junk journals, one of the things is that you can write every place. You can write on here, you can write on the background, you can write all over the postcard and everything. And then also all these little pieces, you can take them out and you can put them elsewhere in the journal, or take them out and use them for a grocery list or whatever. You know, they don't have to stay in the journal. It's your journal. You're not going to hurt anybody's feelings if you do something different with it. And then you can also stick a lot more stuff in here, little ephemera from your day. Ephemera is just like the little scraps and bits from your day that are special to you, but they may seem like junk to somebody else. And then the other thing that I feel with junk journals is I don't feel as compelled to go straight through them, writing in them. I feel like I can look for the page that fits what I want to write about the most and write there, but then I want to make sure that I date it. Okay, so moving along, or we'll run out of time. There's a little sideways pocket here. I did this accidentally one time, and I liked it so much that now I put it in a lot of my journals, but it's got the little cutout edge, and then you can put a bunch of things in here. I'm just putting one thing in, but you can put in, this would be a really great place for receipts and stuff. If you have some receipts that are special to you, like God really provided for you that day, and you want to write some notes on it and stuff to remember, then that's a great thing. This has a tiny copy of the Constitution on it, and it's using some of that wood grain paper that Misty made. Misty has a YouTube channel, by the way, and I will try to remember to put it down in the description box below. So there's writing places here, there's writing places here. You can write on this. I love this cotton crocheted lace. I like this little bird. He's so sweet. There's just like a lot of sweet little things in here that make it just really pretty. Okay, and then this is kind of cool. It's like, I don't know if that's a squid, I guess, a squid or an octopus. It's kind of cool, and I just liked that. And then I had found these, I can't remember if I may have gotten these from Pixel Scrapper, I think. I often get stuff like this from Pickroll or the Library of Congress, but I think that this one in particular is from Pixel Scrapper, and then I put it on the back of this paper. There's lots of good writing space here, and of course you've got your sari ribbon there. Sari meaning like Indian saris that women wear. These are used saris, and I buy them from someone in India, and then I use them to make curtains for my house, and then the leftovers I use to make sari ribbon for journals, and I've got some of those in my, or I'm going to have some in my store. So this is actually a print that was left over from a journal that I did for my dad, and then I just put stars on the back of it, because you'll see stars are kind of a small theme going throughout here. Now I like to turn some of these sideways just so that the ribbon goes out the side. You don't have to do that, but I like it. I like this paper here with the wood and the leaves, really pretty. This would make a nice fall journal, I just realized. And then this, I love this lace. Isn't that gorgeous? This is some fabric that I had that I actually used in my Abraham journal, and then this was the hem. It was actually a tablecloth that I cut up. I love this butterfly. I believe that's from Pixel Scrapper. And you have a Rita Donnelly flip here. Now the nice thing about Rita Donnelly flips is that they are a pocket, and you can open them up and write on them. So I like to use this kind of page for like sermon notes, and I might write down like the words from a scripture or a song that really meant a lot to me that day, and then take my sermon notes here and sometimes go on to another page. And then then on the card, what I do is I use the card for writing my own thoughts, my own application of what I want to do with what I learned from that sermon and from that scripture and from the song. So that's just how I use it. I mean, you could use this for anything you want, but that's just an idea. And then we've got another tuck here with an old map. I believe this was from a map of and it's printed off, you know, it's not an actual map, obviously. But I believe it was one of the British maps of the colonies, if I remember correctly. And then this is from a digital kit from Melody. It's from the Floriculture kit. And so is this. I think this was, she had done some echo dyeing and then printed it. And then this is some of my fabric ribbon that I think I have for sale in my shop. If not, and if you like it, let me know and I'll make some for you. And then this is one of those same kind of cards, but I put this little as a text spot. So you could actually put something small, a small card in here if you wanted to, or it'd be a great place to stick a picture or, you know, whatever. It's just a nice little tuck spot on the tag. And you could use this tag like in a book as a bookmark if you wanted to. You don't have to keep it in here. So another pretty page. Oh, I've got two charms on one page, so I might move one of those so that they're not both on the same page. And just some more writing space. I think this is really pretty. Some edging from the digital kit from Melody. And a couple of cards here to write on. And it's in a Rita Donnelly flip. I love this page. I think this is so gorgeous. I would have a hard time doing anything on this page because I think it's so pretty, but you can write on it. I use a pen from, let me see if I have any of them here. I guess not. I use a pen. I'll put a link down below in the description. I really like it. It's a gel pen, but it's like an adult gel pen. It's a really serious gel pen. Bill and I used to, well, I still use them, but we always used them all the time. And whenever we like gave one to somebody when they needed a pen to write something, they would go, oh my word, this is the best pen I've ever used. And you can get it in bold or fine, and it will write on this kind of thing. It's dark enough for it. But you can also use this for, you know, either paper clipping or stapling or gluing on pictures or other things that you want to have in here. Another piece of a map here, and another Rita Donnelly flip, and some more cards. This one has a little picture of a guy in one of those old bicycles that had 4 wheels on a map. And just, I liked this drawing of these cottages here, or I guess they're not cottages, they're like European houses that are built really close together and they're tall and narrow. And then this I think was like a picture of some papyrus or something, papyrus paper, and some more of a map and a watch and kind of a collage of things. There's a couple of tags here and a Rita Donnelly flip. I love this tree that's right here. There's a tuck here, and then this notepad is just made from a bunch of scraps of coffee dyed paper and scraps of some fabric that I made a journal for myself with that as the cover. One of Bill's buttons, he was a knitter, and some lace. And then here's your centerfold with some lace, and you've got these little bead danglies that come from it. I got that idea from Gail Augustinelli. She does that a lot. And of course these papers are punched with a fancy punch. You've got a Indian, what is that called? I can't think of the word right now. Here's another one of those trees. And some lace with a charm, the teddy bear charm. Another one of those pictures of plants and stuff with a flip. My words, I've lost my words today, so it's a one of those pictures. And here's a carriage being pulled by horses, the back of that papyrus paper, some more of that drawing of the houses that I'm pretty sure are in Europe, old European ones. This is my favorite card in the whole thing. This was just a plain white piece of cardstock, and I punched the bottom of it for this fancy cut at the bottom, and then I used vintage photo on it to give it, an old look, and then I stenciled the stars on, and then used a stamp that says Make a Wish, and I really like that. I think it's really pretty. And again, just move it wherever you want. Okay, so you've got a flip here, another Rita Donnelly flip, back of that map page, some more gears, and that gorgeous, gorgeous paper. This was from Chelsea. Sorry, not Crystal. I'm so sorry, Chelsea. From Chelsea. I really like this paper. It's very pretty. And another Rita Donnelly flip. And you can fit quite a few. I mean, you can see how far I'm pulling it out. You can fit quite a few things in there if you want to. And you can make this really fat. So some more of the Indian stuff. This is just the legend from an old map, a print of an old map, a map of New England, and some more of that paper from Chelsea that's really pretty. I loved this. I found this picture on Pixabay, and I don't think this is the original colors of it. I think that I changed the colors on it. I do a lot with these roses and do a lot of things making them into different colors, but I think that these were like pale pink and this one was like red with orange or something, but I really liked it in the sienna for this journal. So that's how I did it. You've got some of this lace here and the leaves and another little tuck that you can put stuff in. This is a really big card and then a small one. This was like a print, and then I stenciled the stars on it. I've got stars stenciled all throughout. In one of those original planes. Okay, so this is kind of a fun thing. This is my great-grandfather, Micah Weathern, my great-grandfather times 9. He fought in the Revolutionary War in the Battle of Proboscat. That doesn't sound right. Anyway, he fought in a battle in Maine, and it was the greatest naval defeat until Pearl Harbor. I mean, it was horrible, horrible. Paul Revere fought in it, and he was court-martialed for his part in it. I mean, it was just a fiasco, the whole thing. Of course, Micah was not a fiasco. He was very brave, and I think he was about 15 years old when he fought in it. And anyway, so I had an extra copy of the picture here, and I asked my dad if it'd be okay if I used it in here, and he said sure. So I've got that in. I got another one of these postcards and some more from Melody's kit, her floriculture kit, which I really like that kit. I use the stuff from that kit often, so I'll try to remember to put a link down below. I love this. I'm not sure where I got this, either Pixel Scrapper or Pixabay probably, but I just think it's so funny. It's these two little girls in a nest with these birds. Oh, and they're having tea. You know, there's teapots and teacups and everything. It's just really, really cute. And it has a lot of detail. There's these little fairies here. Another one there. You probably can't see it on the camera, but it's really cute. And then I've got a lace, a lace tag here. And then this is paper with lace. And another notebook. You can write on this to keep in your journal, or you can just use it for notes and stuff. You know, take it out, pull the pages off, whatever you want to do with it. It's there for you. I use it for writing notes in, especially lists that I want to keep in my journal. There's another little sideways pocket here, and I've got this little tag in it. And that's it. Here you've got a belly band with the same fabric as the cover, and got 3 special things in here. You've got a card from that cardstock that Chelsea sent me, and then I think Chelsea also sent this. It says places I've been, and it's a picture of the US, and so you can mark off the places that you've been if you want. You can write on the back, and let's put that on the bottom because it's the biggest. And then some more of that wood grain from Missy, and this is Carol Tinson had a video about making these little flowers with buttons and yarn from book pages, and I had so much fun doing it that I made a whole drawer full of them, so you're going to be seeing those for a while. Just fair warning. Okay, let's put that so it comes out there. Okay, and so that's it. It closes, and you've got that little pocket here on the back. So that's it, you guys. It's a fun little journal. I think it's really pretty, very elegant, but also really fun. And so it will be in my shop soon. If you say that you want it before I list it in the shop, I will still have you buy it through Etsy, but since you'll save me the trouble of having to write up an entire listing, I will give you a small discount for it. Or if you would like me to send you some fabric ribbon with it instead of a discount, I would be happy to do that. Okay, I love you all, and I will talk to you later. Let's pray for each other, okay? Bye-bye.